whatever you make it Bachmann.
Hello, welcome to Bachmann Europe, and thank you for joining us for our next new tooling announcement.
It's certainly a great day to be Lowenside, Richard.
It's lovely, isn't it, Graham? And I think I know why we're here.
Okay, let's take a look, see what's coming through.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
No, that was just the delayed turbo star.
Should we see if there's anything else coming?
Yeah, let's see what else is coming through. That's more like it, Richard.
Class 66, the perfect subject for our latest Bachmann Branchline 00 scale locomotive, and I really can't wait to see more of this, Graham.
Let's head back to the studio and take a look in a bit more detail.
Let's do that. So here we have it, the brand new Class 66 from Bachmann Branchline. Really is an icon of the modern freight scene, Graham, and a locomotive you've been familiar with since your childhood.
Yeah, the first one I saw was at Toten Open Weekend back in 1998. They'd only relatively recently arrived at that point. The first one was 17th of April, 98 at Immingham Docks. Okay,
and the class stemmed from the 59s, didn't it? Built by General Motors for Foster Yeoman, was it?
Yeah, an ARC, National Power as well. And these were the evolution of the design, the Class 66s.
And very much came around because of privatisation. EWS had taken over 5 of the 6 freight franchises and thought, we need some new traction.
Yeah, they'd received loads of 37s, 47s and 31s, plenty of outdated traction at that time, which needed urgent replacement, so hence the large order for the 66s.
Almost 500 built for the UK, still dominant today, more than a quarter of a century later.
Yeah, with Freightliner, GBRF and others taking them on as well, they're seen all over the country.
And something that we have produced, of course, in the Bachmann Branchline range before. For almost 2 decades, we've had the 66 in the range, always been a popular model. And I think it's fair to say we did consider whether we could upgrade that model and add new features, enhancements, but really the ultimate decision was to make the ultimate 66. We've got to start from the rails up.
Yeah, we had to. With recent developments with Stay Alives, the Auto Uncoupler as well, and the speakers, we had to just start again.
Yeah, we enhanced the detail, we refined the accuracy of the model, so now what you see is the real deal.
Yeah, certainly is.
Should we take a look at the model specification itself?
Yeah, we can go through that. The new Bachmann Branchline sheds combine high-fidelity injection moulded body shells with a heavy die-cast chassis to which separate mainframes are fitted. A multitude of individual parts are then added, manufactured in both metal and plastic to capture every element of the prototype. The HTCR radial bogies are reproduced in miniature using multiple components, with many separately added details, resulting in these true-to-life replicas which interface neatly with the locomotive's frames for an authentic appearance and accurate ride height. Grills on the body side, roof and even the horn grills are all produced from etched metal, using advanced etching techniques to provide the finest replicas of these character-defining elements. Meanwhile, sprung metal buffers adorn each buffer beam and valances are supplied with both full fronts or with coupling cutouts. These are interchangeable with 2 screws and without the need for body removal. The prime mover in our new 66 is a powerful 5-pole motor fitted with twin flywheels, and this provides drive to both bogies and is geared through die-cast metal gearboxes to every axle. Each axle is fitted with separate metal bearings, added to which are individual axle heads that rotate smoothly and authentically when the model is in motion. Electrical collection comes from every wheel, whilst our backup Stay Alive system prevents stalling, light flicker and sound cutouts on DCC. The DCC decoder socket is Plux22, and this is located beneath the magnetic roof panel, offering quick and easy access, and here the lighting switches can also be found, allowing analogue users to switch between day and night modes, or turn off the directional lights at either end. DCC users can control these light modes using function buttons and can further benefit from individual cab lighting, machine room lights and yard light modes. Whilst every model has a speaker fitted as standard, our sound fitted and sound fitted deluxe models employ our dual fitted XL speaker system using our new enhanced bass reproduction speaker for optimum sound performance. Our revolutionary auto-release coupling system also features on the new 66, fitted at both ends to provide hands-free uncoupling when used on DCC. Couplings are attached via NEM coupling pockets, mounted on close coupling mechanisms at either end.
So very much, Graham, like the models we've done in the last few years, the 47, the 37, but with several enhancements over those, most particularly for sound users, the speakers.
Yeah, that's one area that we're really proud of with this model. After extensive testing, we have developed the speaker system that you see here.
Yeah, it's a dual-fitted XL speaker system that we're calling it, and it's going to be in our sound-fitted and sound-fitted deluxe models as standard.
Yes, it is.
Coupled with the ESU lock sound decoder, so people wanting those features are going to hopefully be very pleased to see that specification.
Yeah, certainly hope so.
Obviously, we've got the auto-release couplings as well, debuted on the Class 30 and 31 locomotives for our hands-free DCC uncoupling. And that's going to be on the sound-fitted deluxe models. They will also have the tinted windscreen, which has been so popular on our 47s.
Yeah, they've gone down really well. Yeah.
Another new feature for Bachmann, which we've recently introduced, is obviously the backup stay alive system too.
Yeah, it's something that our customers have repeatedly asked for, so it's a feature that we've introduced on firstly the 08 and now the Class 66.
And that's for DCC users to benefit from, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's designed for DCC.
Super. I mean, clearly it's a high specification model. But in terms of the tooling, we've got lots of options to depict the near 500 locos over their different build programs and the things that have happened to them in service, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. It's a massive tooling suite. Following on from the 08 and 31, there's a huge long list of items that we can configure to reproduce almost every Class 66.
I mean, the obvious thing is the low emission variants with the 5 doors and the original 4-door locos, but should we take a closer look at all the suite we've got available?
Yeah, can do. The Class 66s can be split into two distinct variants, the original 4-door locomotives and the 5-door low-emission locos built from 2004, and our tooling suite includes both body types. Not only did low-emission locos receive a 5th door, allowing access to the engine compartment, but there were changes to other features like the body side and roof grills. And also smaller fuel tanks were fitted to compensate for the additional weight of the low-emission technology on board. The new Branchline models portray all of these features faithfully. Cab side windows come in two forms, original 3-piece windows with separate quarter lights, or the later type which employs double glazed panels in aluminium frames. The original locomotives can also be modelled with wing mirrors, a modification introduced first by EWS. Locomotives can sport either 2 or 4 cab ventilators, whilst on the roof NRN radio pods may be present, removed, or in more recent times replaced with a communications pod. 2 depths of horn box can be modelled, both featuring etched metal horn covers, while the characteristic light box below can be depicted as either a small or large box with a traditional light or LED fitting. For those locomotives fitted with an aerial, this too is present above the cab windscreens. The headlight clusters add much to the character of the Class 66, and our tooling suite caters for the original Y-pack lights with 3 lamps per cluster and the larger housing with 2 lamps, commonly known as bug-eye lights. Later locos were built with Y-pack LED lights needing just 2 lamps per cluster, with the Y-pack fitting being mounted on the larger housing that came about with the introduction of the bug-eye lights. In recent years, new 2-lamp LED light clusters have been fitted in place of the Y-pack 3-lamp units, and this style can also be modelled. Most models will feature standard UK buffers, but we also have the option for the rectangular type found on locos imported from continental Europe too, and locomotives can be modelled with conventional draw gear or with a combination gear that includes a buckeye coupling. Staying with the front end, and the Class 66s were fitted with either 2 or 4 securing lugs to anchor them in transit, and some locos have cab front steps, replicated on the Branchline model using edged metal components. The cab front handrails come in 2 forms, with 5 mounting points or strengthened with 7 points and a central bracket. Meanwhile, within the cab itself there are two layouts, with pedestal control panel or wraparound desk. The front of each bogie incorporates lifeguards, and these can be either smooth or perforated, while two different patterns of sandbox can be depicted, and even the brackets holding the sandpipe can be modelled as either straight or angled components.
Graham, it's clearly a wonderful range of tooling we've got lined up for the 66, and I can't wait to see what liveries are coming first, and we'll be looking at that in just a moment. But I know you've got multiple projects you need to be getting on with.
I certainly have, plenty more in development.
So I'll let you leave, and I'll see you again at the line side very soon.
I'm sure you will.
So now I'm joined by Nick, who has been instrumental in the research of the liveries for these models that we'll be producing first. And quite easy for you, Nick, because you've got a lifelong interest in the 66.
Absolutely, it's my favourite loco. Grew up filming them around the country. When I went to visit my grandma, who lives in Bromsgroves, I remember watching them get banked up the Lickey incline. So, you know, kind of a very distinctive feature of the 66 is them going up the Lickey. So that was always kind of the reason why they're my favourite loco for sure.
And we're starting with a number of different liveries, Nick, for our first range of models, covering a wide range of the operators and lifespan of the 66 so far.
Yes, we do. So there's 5 liveries that make up some of the initial batch. We've got EWS, Freightliner, Colas, GBRF and DRS. So, you know, your 5 biggest operators there.
Super. Shall we take a look in detail at the locomotives we're going to be offering to start with?
Absolutely, yeah.
We have gone to great lengths over the years to bring you highly detailed and accurately painted models, and the all-new Class 66 will be no different. Many hours of research have gone into creating the ultimate rendition of the class, and we are proud to present a range of 12 locos that are sure to make a colourful addition to any model railway. We start off our run with a pair in the iconic maroon and gold livery of English, Welsh and Scottish Railways, more commonly referred to as EWS. Numbered 66015 and 66096, these sheds benefit greatly from our experienced team of factory painters, featuring a beautifully silky and deep finish, capped off with a crisp cantrail stripe along the top edge and across all the raised edges, including the top headlights. We have made sure to faithfully represent the slight variances between 015 and 096, with 015 receiving yellow Buckeye arm equipment and 096 will be delivered with black Buckeye arm equipment and white valance steps. Next up are some green machines painted in the early livery of Freightliner. 66515 and 66606 may look similar on the outside, but they are actually different subclasses, with 515 being a standard design and 606 being a /6 class, meaning it is geared differently for heavier loads and has a lower top speed of 65 mph an hour. The livery depicted on both these locos lasted long into the 2010s, making them the perfect acquisition for any modern image model railway. GB Rail Freight are another large operator of Class 66s, and 2 named locos in their fleet feature in the first run. 66761, named Wensleydale Railway Association, is depicted in the striking blue and orange GBRF paint scheme with Europort style decals and post-2019 warning stickers, making this a bang up-to-date model. As with all our named 66s, 66761 will come supplied with a pair of accessory etched nameplates that will elevate the appearance of your shed even more. The very lucky 66777, named Annette, completes our GBRF offering and is depicted in the same condition as 66761, allowing you to bolster your fleet of 66s without the need for renumbering. Although the Colas rail fleet of Class 66s is significantly smaller than the other 3 operators offered so far, they certainly stand out on the network with their striking and vibrant paint job. 66847 Terry Baker and 66850 David Maidment OBE will be offered in their post-2020 condition with revised diamond Colas logos. The slight variation in livery application between these 2 sheds has been expertly captured by the artwork team, with 66847 featuring running numbers on all 4 cab sides and nose ends, compared to 66850 with only 3 cab side numbers, as well as a total lack of digits on the nose ends. Our final offering for Run 1 comes in the form of Direct Rail Services 66304 and 66422. Just like the 4 previous liveries, we have gone to great lengths to ensure the slight differences between 66304 and 66422 have been captured. This includes applying all warning stickers, company logos and running numbers in slightly different positions between the two, as well as including a miniature Scottish Gas logo and Arlington Fleet Services stickers, which are exclusive to 66304.
Well, we've got the Freightliner pair there, Nick, but I know we've got even more recent developments on that front.
Yes, so the two that make up the initial batch are original Freightliner, kind of as delivered in the early 2000s. But we've also got some brand spanking new ones that have only just been painted this year. They've been painted in a special livery, the pair 501 and 601, to celebrate 60 years of the Freightliner brand.
Yeah, they look stunning, don't they?
They
I'm
do.
really glad we've been able to come to a quick agreement with Freightliner to reproduce them in miniature form.
Yeah.
We obviously made a lot of Freightliner models over the years, and they'll look great in the Branchline range too.
They will, yes.
And we've got certain aspects of the livery that obviously are applicable to individual locomotives, but one thing we've not really touched on yet is the grills, the main cooler grills. And as people can see, you can see right through them, which is obviously a feature of the real locomotives.
Yes.
On the samples we've got here, you can see straight through quite clearly, but as part of the livery application, we're adding some further details there, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely. So not only is it completely see-through, but you've also got the partition wall, which is where the pathway through the engine room is, and that has been painted with a grille as well, so you've got an extra depth within that, and especially when it's lit up at night or in the dark, when the light comes on, it looks absolutely amazing.
Can't wait to see that starting to appear on layouts, and I'm sure that'll be a feature that goes down well. The cab interior as well, I mean that's an area that we've concentrated on a lot recently on models.
Yeah, so like you've touched on, there's 2 variants in the cab. You've got the original and then the wraparound desk for the low emission variants. We've paid particular attention to the cabs. We've made reference to photos across the lifespan of these locos, and we've made sure that each one is correct and accurate for each loco that we're making. So the back wall has got different posters, interior colour might be different as well. So we've really made sure that when you look inside the cab, you can have a different viewing experience each time.
Yeah, there's a phenomenal amount of printing going on there. You can legible writing on some of the posters down to the most microscopic level. Really is something special.
It is,
With the cab light on as well, you're going to see all that detail. Great range of models to start with. Everything that we make here, we've got the 12 identities we're going to be offering with the standard format and the sound fitted deluxe, as well as our standard sound fitted models. So let's take a recap as to what you'll be getting for those 3 different variants. Each of our new Class 66s will be available in 3 formats, starting with our standard models, which are beautifully finished and packed with detail to stunning effect. Suitable for analogue control straight from the box, users can enjoy directional lights with day and night modes, or can turn the lights on and off at each end using the switches located beneath the magnetic roof panel. Here we also find the DCC decoder socket. Add a Plux22 decoder and DCC users can benefit from individual cab lights and machine room lighting too. On DCC, the pre-fitted backup stay life system comes into play, as does the inbuilt speaker if you add your own sound decoder. The standard tension lock couplings fit into NEM coupling pockets, mounted on close coupling mechanisms that allow the model to traverse second radius curves whilst negating large coupling gaps. The couplings fit through a cutout in the front valance, but for those who don't require standard couplings, alternative full front valances are supplied as accessories. The valances are secured by 2 screws and can be changed without the need to remove the body. The recommended retail price for these sublime sheds is just £229.95. Our sound-fitted models offer all the great benefits that come with the standard versions, plus the addition of a second speaker, forming our dual-fitted XL speaker system, and the ESU Locksound V5 DCC sound decoder. The second speaker, which debuts this year in the Branchline Class 66 and Class 69 locomotives, is a genuine patented Tangbang speaker which incorporates a passive radiator design for enhanced bass reproduction, resulting in our best sounds yet. The ESU Locksound V5 decoder is loaded with a sound project produced exclusively for the Bachmann models, with relevant sound effects for either original or low emission locomotives as appropriate, and our sound fitted models carry a recommended retail price of £339.95. The sound fitted deluxe models really are the cream of the crop, and these versions feature all the hallmarks of their sound fitted brethren, but with 2 key enhancements. First are the windscreens. On these models, the glazing has been treated using a specialist process to replicate the tinting seen on the windscreens of the real locomotives. Secondly, we have the auto-release couplings. These come pre-fitted to either end of the new Branchline 66 and provide DCC users with hands-free remote uncoupling with the press of a single function button, thanks to the built-in programming that manoeuvres the locomotive and disengages the couplings in a single automated operation. Our auto-release couplings are already revolutionising model railway operations, and for just £30 more, you can soon have hands-free shunting with our new sheds too.
So we've got the EPs here today, but I cannot wait to show the livery samples off in the British Railway announcements at the shows, because they are absolutely fantastic. I think they do a great service to the real locos, and the 5 livery types each captures the kind of distinctive feature of each.
Well, really looking forward to seeing those, Nick. Thank you very much for sharing details of what people can look forward to. You can order these models right away from any Bachmann retailer. As ever with Bachmann products, you can't buy them direct from us. We are supporting the industry, and price is starting at £229.95 with the first arrivals due at the end of the year. So that is the brand new Bachmann Branchline Class 66. Thank you, Nick, for joining me, and I'm off back to the line side to see what Graham's up to. You can see the brand new Class 66 along with all our Bachmann Branchline, Graham Farish and other ranges at the NEC Birmingham this weekend for Model World Live, and we'll be back on the 7th of May for our next British Railway announcements. Until then, Graham, thank you for sharing the 66 with us. We look forward to seeing those come to market and whatever you have in store next for us.
There's plenty more in store, but you'll have to wait till next time.
See you now.